Do you ever find yourself in that cycle of worrying over everything? Yes, today I'm going to share with you practical steps that will help you overcome worry. Yes, we know it's not easy, but sometimes we gotta find ways on how to overcome this worry. And straight away, let's go into tactic number one. So the first one I want you to realize is worrying does not change anything. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever worried about something and all of a sudden the situation, the circumstance you are worrying about changed? No. So the first thing I want you to realize is you worrying is not going to change anything. In fact, it's only going to make things worse. It's going to put you in that negative vibration. It's going to keep your moods low. It's going to kill your self-esteem. And you're going to have that cycle go on over and over and over again. And guess what? You're going to end up losing your sleep. You're going to end up in dis-ease because you are constantly worrying, and this is going to turn into chronic worry. You don't want to get to that point. So I want you to ask yourself this question: does worrying about this situation change it, or is worrying about this situation going to bring the results I want in my life? And I want you to realize the answer is always going to be no. So stop worrying about it and realize you worrying about whatever you are worrying about is not going to change the situation. So that's the first thing I want you to start thinking about, pondering about, and realize it's not going to change anything. Tactic number two is, I'm sure you've heard this, yeah? Action cures doubt and worry. So sometimes, most of the time, the reason we're worrying is because we're so much in our heads and we're not taking any action. So the best way I want you to cure this worry is I want you to start taking action on that thing you're worrying about. Because most of the time, because we're just there doing nothing, but sometimes when you start taking those tiny baby steps, then guess what? You're not overthinking, you can see the progress, and this is going to help you at least get that worry, from a scale of 10 to at least to lower it. So I want you to be in action. Action, action, action. When you're in action, guess what? You haven't got that time to worry so much about those things that you haven't done, those things that are about to come, maybe those things that have passed. So action is going to help you move that needle point, move closer to your goals and dreams. Take action. We all know action is going to help you move closer to your goals and dreams. Action is going to get you out of your head into movement. Action is going to create momentum. Action is going to bring that snowball effect. So I want you to take action on the things that you are worrying about. Tactic number three is I want you to will yourself not to worry. Oh, let me say that again. Will yourself not to worry. See, sometimes we gotta be conscious of our worries. So what do I mean by willing yourself not to worry? When that worry creeps in, I want you to say to yourself, no, I'm not going to entertain these negative thoughts. I'm not going to entertain this worry. But you have to say it over and over again. Every time you find yourself in that loop of worrying about that situation, say, I refuse to worry. I refuse to worry. I refuse to worry about this. I'm not going to give it energy. We all know where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Where you place your focus is where your thoughts are going to go. So you gotta be conscious. If it means setting an hourly alarm with you, especially if you're worrying so much about something, and say, I refuse to worry about this. And for me, it happened I think it was 2 weeks ago, something I was worrying about, and I said, you know why? Why am I getting all my energy onto this thing I'm worrying about? And I started saying, you know what, every time it still comes up, I say, I refuse to worry about this. This is not the end. So stop. You gotta it's called pattern interrupts. Every time something comes up, you say, I refuse to worry about X, Y, and Z. I'm not giving it my energy. I'm not giving it my thoughts. I'm not giving it my attention. I'm not focusing on that. I go other things to to pursue in life. So I want you to will yourself not to worry by saying, I refuse to worry. I refuse to give this energy to whatever I'm thinking about. And we all know once you exercise that will, it's only going to get stronger. It's like going in the gym and lifting weights and exercising that muscle and feeling the pain. That's what it's gonna take you. I'm not saying it's easy, but guess what? You have to be conscious and catch those thoughts when you're in that negative spiral. Sometimes you may be walking and you've even forgotten, what you've passed because you're so into that mindset of worrying. So I want you to forget it and say, I refuse to worry about whatever I'm worrying about, by employing that tactic of willing yourself not to worry. Okay. Tactic number 4. I want you to realize that. I want you to say this. Can't change it. Can't change it, but I can do something about it. Because one of the things I've realized is most of the time, sometimes we worry about things that have passed or things that we projecting in the future. And most of the time, if it's something, for example, that's past, just say, can't change it. Those 3 words will help you overcome that worry. Just say, I can't change it. Why am I worrying about this? And we've all had, that saying, 99% of the things we worry about don't even happen. So I want you to just say to yourself, can't change it. What you realize is, most of the things they've passed, you can't change them. And if it's something you're projecting, guess what? It hasn't even arrived. Stay in the present moment and say, I cannot change it. If it's something in the future, say, when I come to that point, I will deal with it. But for now, I can't change anything. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe it's not even going to happen. Maybe it's my negative voice. Maybe it's my brain that's trying to protect me. So I want you to use those words that I can't change it. Can't change it. And lastly, but not the least, tactic number 5 is I want you to use a mantra that says, these too shall pass, it's not come to stay. I'm sure you've heard this before. These too shall pass, it's not come to stay. What am I talking about? See, one of the things you realize is the fact that you're still alive. You've gone through so much challenges. You've overcome so much hurdles. You've overcome so much obstacles. And I want you to realize that you are still standing. The fact that you are even watching this video, the fact that you woke up this morning on your 2 feet, the fact that you are still breathing, you've overcome so many obstacles along the way. So I want you, every time that worry comes up, I want you to say to yourself, these too shall pass, it's not come to stay. These too shall pass, it's not come to stay. These too shall pass, it's not come to stay. That's why I'm going to say it over and over again. And even when that worry comes up, I want you to remember this video. I want you to remember saying, oh, these too shall pass, it's not come to stay. Those are the tactics I wanted to share. And quickly, let's do a recap. So the first one is, I want you to realize that worry is not going to change anything. You can worry as much as you want, but I'm here to promise you that worrying is not going to change anything. Tactic number 2 is, I want you to take action by realizing that action cures worry and doubt. When you're in action, you're not going to have so much time to worry about those things that you are worrying about. And then tactic number 3 is, I want you to will yourself not to worry. Will yourself not to worry by exercising your willpower. Tactic number 4 is those 3 words, can't change it. Yes, it's happened. I can't change it, but I can do something about it. And lastly, but not the least, tactic number 5 is the mantra, these too shall pass, it's not come to stay. That was today's video, and as always, please do me a favor, comment, subscribe, And don't forget to hit that notification button so that whenever I upload a video every weekend, you're able to watch that video. Have a fantastic weekend, and remember, this too shall pass. It's not come to stay. Mwah.